Hi, my name is Brooke. I am a painter, and this is what I've created. My name is Brooke Barkley. I'm a junior music therapy major, and I'm from Peachtree City, Georgia, which is just south of Atlanta. I started out as a musical theater major. I auditioned into that because I had this crisis where I was like, I don't know what to do. I love to perform. I danced for like 14 years and I sing. I was in choir for like 9. So I was like, I'm gonna be a musical theater major because that combines everything. And I didn't make it in. And it made me think, do I still want to go here? Because they rejected me. Just because I didn't make it into the musical theater program, I got into the music school. So I was like, okay, I really like this school. I'm gonna go in as a music major, just music, and figure it out. And then I came here and decided through some more research that music therapy was gonna be the rest of my life. I'd like to say that I have now encompassed all of the arts. I have like all the 5 rings for like, not the 5 rings, the 5 stones for like Thanos. Like I have all the arts, I could take over the world. But music's always really been there. Personally, in terms of music, I have a speech impediment. I know it's not showing up right now. It's because I feel very confident in myself. And music a lot of the times was the only way as a child that I had a very fluent voice. As a child, my stutter showed up a lot more, but not when I was singing. And so that was a very important part of my childhood. I graduated in 2020, so the COVID pandemic hit and I did not get to graduate and I was stuck at home. And for the first time in my life, there were no opportunities for me to sing for anybody, to be in a show, to dance. Every opportunity that I had was canceled. And I sat in my room and I was like, I need to do something artistic, anything artistic. And I came back to painting and I started painting my walls. It brought me to doing something artistic for the first time that wasn't extrinsically motivated. You know, when you sing for someone, when you dance for someone, you're getting applause, you're getting critiqued, you're getting approved. I was doing all of this art in my room. Maybe I'd post a picture online, but it really didn't matter. I was just like doing it for myself. And it taught me a lot about how to have something just for you, which I think is really important. And then when I got, I was at home and I was thinking about what to paint, I was like, well, I feel really overwhelmed just coming up with it all on my own because I had no real training to do it. So I was like, why don't I just watch Bob Ross? Because he's gonna tell me exactly what to do. And I don't really have to think about the choice. And I continued doing that. And I learned a lot from him. Not only is he a great painter, but he shows you how to be a good painter. He's not just painting for himself. He's teaching it for anybody because anybody can paint. And I think that's really cool and very accessible. I started painting on records. That's where this started. I found records at my favorite thrift store in Peachtree City. It's called Clothes Less Traveled, and they sold them for like 50 cents. And then I went to poster board because I had one project and I just needed one poster board and I couldn't get to the store because I don't have a car. And my mother sent me like 25 poster boards. And I was like, what am I gonna do with all this? I painted on it. So a lot of the pieces here are poster board, and I do a couple canvas. I just got some canvases and I just did a piece on one, but I hope to transition more to canvases because it's more professional. A big part of what has allowed me to keep this going for as long as it does is how positive it is. I've never really been graded on it, and I think that's really important because it's been all for me, basically. It's all been intrinsically motivated. I'm not looking for a teacher's approval, and Bob Ross and the way that he teaches painting kind of emulates that same concept. There are no mistakes. Even if you don't do it exactly the way he does, if you think there is supposed to be a red bush there, you put the red bush there. He emulates the same values that I want for this specific hobby of mine. I have to count, but I've done somewhere around 30, 35 now. I decided to do his Grandeur of Summer episode, which is not a part of his seasons. It's like its own separate special. Instead of it being half an hour long, it's an hour, and it goes way more in depth about the tools and the paints and like his process, and it's also a way more in-depth painting in terms of like layers, because he'll start at the farthest thing and take you closer. Once I finish doing a Bob Ross video, after it, I'll like go back and see, especially now that I've become more confident, I'll be like, what do I want to add? What do I think is going to make this look way better? And that process of like seeing it all is like really cool. So I took a photo of Chamber Singer's spring concert, which I'm in, and instead of drawing nature, I was going to draw people, and I painted it, and it was really hard. My art is all on an Instagram account. It is public. You just hit the follow button. It's called @thecreativityofbrooke, and I post a reel 1 time a week because I only paint once a week. It's kind of like my own art diary. I get to like look back and see what I've made and see how far I've come, which is really cool too. I think what's fulfilled me most from this experience is when people are like, wow, you do that too. I mean, most of my life is music, which I love. I mean, that's why I'm majoring in it. But then when people are like, you have an art account, what? And then they see it and they're like, what? Like, that's so cool. I think it shows people that you don't have to be one thing. It makes me a happier student. It helps me not burn out from all the music all the time. Even if you're not a creative person or you're not an artsy person, I think sitting down and having some sort of way with it is really important because it builds confidence. If you want to get into it, do it. If you really love it, you will make time for it, and that's what I've done. And I only spend 2 hours a week, and it's grown into something quite beautiful. If you don't have everything you need, if you don't have the time, if you don't know what to do, just start anyway. Like, just do it, because if you really like it, you'll find ways to get what you need to keep on going. And with the mental health crisis in America and around the world, especially in young people, I find that sitting down with painting and taking away all other thoughts and leaving your homework, leaving it at the door, and just sitting down to paint is really important. More people, I think, should just try it. I think more people would find it like it.